Hi everyone. Today we are going to learn how to do a transposition that includes, as you can see here, some accidentals. What is an accidental? An accidental is a sharp or a flat that's not in the key signature. So occasionally composers, when they are writing a melody or writing a piece, they might have a piece in a key signature, but 7 notes in a particular key might get a bit boring, so they might start adding a few extra notes in there. Well, if you're going to transpose a melody from one key into the next, then you need to be able to deal with that and transfer the accidentals carefully. So let's review the processes of how we actually transpose and then how we can make sure we've carefully transferred the accidental notes as well. All right, so hang on, we're looking a bit weird there, so let's fix that. And we're missing a P. There we go. Fix the spelling. All right, so the first thing is to work out the key of the original. Now in grade 3, the original key might be in a minor key. And so you need to be really careful that you understand what key it's in, because it's better to work out a transposition knowing the key, whether it's the major or whether it's the relative minor. Now, what's that key signature? Look at the last sharp and go up a note. So Father Charlie goes, so G, so A, so it's A major key signature. And you should always know A major, what is the relative minor of A major? The minor scale, relative minor, is always the 6th degree of the major scale. It's the 6th note of the major scale. So what is the 6th note of A major? And that, of course, is F sharp minor. So it's very important to understand that when you see a key signature, there's the major scale, but there's also the relative minor as well. Because it might be that the melody is in the minor key. Well, in this case, it begins on F sharp and it ends on F sharp. So it's clear that this melody is in F sharp minor. There's another clue here. One of the things about the harmonic minor, and at a grade 3 level, all minor scales are harmonic minors. What is a harmonic minor? Well, a harmonic minor is where we raise the 7th note. So what is the 7th note of F sharp minor? Let's write the notes out, right? So we've got F sharp, we have G sharp, we have A, we have B, we have C sharp. So I'm writing the notes out of the scale. We have D, just a D natural, but rather than E, we raise the 7th note to become E sharp, going to F sharp. All right, so there is the notes of the scale. Now what we should try and do is number them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and of course 8. Now, what we're going to do, we have to transpose this melody into D minor. So what's a really good thing to do is let's align the notes of F sharp minor with this new key that we're going to transpose to D minor. Well, D is 1, E is 2, F will be 3, G is 4, A is 5, and then you'll find B flat, because D minor uses F major key signature, will be the 6th note, and then raising the seventh note of D minor is C sharp. And then, of course, the eighth is D. All right, so now we're well set up to start the transposition. Now, a lot of people get this question wrong because there's a lot of detail. Look at all the notes. If you don't transfer them all correctly, they're going to start taking marks off your answer. So you have to be really careful with this question. I can't emphasize that enough. I see a lot of people go to do the transposition question and they think, oh, that's easy. But then they make a mistake along the way and they blow it. So it's just not worth it. So F sharp is 1, right? According to our list here, F sharp is 1, A is 3, C sharp is 5, C sharp is 5, oops, E sharp is 7, and then 1, etc. Right? So as you go along and create the scale degrees, then when you go to transfer the notes, you'll just be careful, right? So now I can begin the process here. So 1, I need the first note of D minor, I need the third note of D minor, I need the fifth note of D minor, I need to go an octave below, still on the fifth note. I'm going to the seventh note, but of course for D minor that's a C sharp. Then continuing here, I've got the D. The A in F sharp minor is 3, but it's F natural in D minor. D is 6 in F sharp minor, but B flat is 6 in D minor. Okay, so it's very important that you transfer the notes very carefully. You can have a look to cross-reference. You can look here and see that, okay, D minor is the third letter name down. So you can go through if you feel confident enough. And, oops, I need to make that a quaver. If you feel confident enough, make sure that you're going through and transferring all the notes carefully down to the third letter name down below. All right, which I'm currently doing. But then, once I've done that, I'm going to have to fix all the accidentals. So I'll quickly just pop all of these in here and making sure that I've got them all right. Okay. All right, so I've transferred all the notes carefully. Now I need to make sure all the accidentals. So when I come to the first beat of the third bar, what number is G in F sharp? It's actually the second note, but the second note is normally G sharp. This is a G natural, so the note was lowered a semitone. It should be G sharp in the key signature, but this note was altered, right? So we have to look at the raising or lowering. In this case, the note was lowered. So the G natural was lowered a semitone from what we would expect to see in the key signature. So that's why there's a natural sign to indicate it's a G natural, not a G sharp. Now, in my transposition, I have to carefully configure the same, but I have to use the new key signature. I can't just add a natural sign here because this note, this is the second note of D minor, right? So that's the corresponding note in the new D minor key signature. It's already a natural, so I can't put a natural there. That wouldn't make any sense. I have to lower this note a semitone according to this new D minor key signature. So, how do I lower E natural a semitone? A natural note will go down to a flat. So this is an E flat, unlike what was the original, a G natural. All right, so it's very important that you work these out based on the key signatures. Look at the first original one to determine was it lowered from what was in the key signature. Then you must lower the note according to the new key signature. All right, here we have a D sharp. So D is the 6th note of F sharp minor. D, and then we have a D sharp. So it was raised, the D sharp is raised from what we would normally see in this key signature. It's a D natural in the key signature, raised to become a D sharp. Right? So let's come now to the corresponding note. So just remind you that was the 6th. So here, this note has to be altered. It's the 6th note of D minor, which is B flat. We have to now raise B flat a semitone. So how do we raise B flat a semitone? Easy, it becomes a natural. So you see, in both of these cases, the accidental was a different sign, flat or sharp sign or natural sign, as to the original. But that's because I've had to work out the accidental according to the new key signature. Now, I must not forget, actually, if I look at this original, when I drew this up, I didn't raise the 7th note in this original example question that I wrote, but therefore, I won't raise it here. So it's an E natural there, so I'll have to leave that as C natural there. If that was an F sharp, as I probably should have made it an F sharp, then I would have to raise this one accordingly. The 7th note of D minor, of course, would be a C sharp as well. Oh, we've got another one here, another B sharp. Wow, okay, so what number is that note? Well, B, it's the 4th. So I'm going to have to come to the corresponding note in D minor. And that was raised a semitone to a sharp. It was a B natural in the key signature over here. So that was raised a semitone to become a B sharp. I'm going to have to raise this G. It's a G natural in the key signature. Therefore, to raise it a semitone, it'll become a sharp. Now, the last one that I need to do, here we've got the E sharp. And then I need to make that the C sharp as well. So there you go. That's how to carefully complete the transposition question in grade 3, making sure that you have accurately adjusted all the notes and transferred all the notes and the accidentals carefully into the new key. All right, so my advice for this question, be very careful, particularly if you're doing it online. If you answer this question online, it's very easy to make a mistake. So do not underestimate this question. It's an easy question if you're careful. So you can get all the marks for it. You just have to be really, really careful and make sure you double check. Okay? Enjoy.